Good morning. It's raining outside, but that's okay. What's good with y'all? So today we are playing a lazy version of Spirit Island because I have a bunch of Dragon Ball Z cards on the table because I'm currently trying to figure out what decks I'm trying to play for Trinity, and I think I got it. Um, I just need to get better at using them, but I think I got my choices. So look forward to that video. But for now, I just wanted to do some Spirit Island. Now here's the thing, right? So I recorded a video earlier, and like 20 minutes into it, I realized I was doing something incredibly wrong. So the first video was against England 6. I know, right? England 6 against Sharp Fangs in Circle. Yeah. And I didn't pick in Circle. It was supposed to be a random spirit, it was a random spirit, random adversary, and they gave me England 6 and they gave me Sharp Fangs to Circle, and I was very set. And not like gain the spirit where you get four choices. No, I went random spirit like a true boss. Now, I realized I was doing something incredibly wrong, and I'm gonna tell you about it. But first, let's talk about Encircle for a bit. So with Encircle, we actually lose this ability, and we lose our regular innate. All right. And in return, our powers get +1 range for targeting lands with beasts. And then um we have encircle the unsuspecting prey. A slow power at range 1 or range 2, because again, our powers gain +1 range for targeting lands with beasts. You may gather one beast into target or an adjacent land if you do 1 damage in that land. And then the second level, if at least 2 beasts are within one range 1 of that land, 1 damage. And then for each adjacent land with beasts, 1 damage. So basically put, we want to load up. We don't need to like gather a bunch of beasts into one land and then just have them go around destroying stuff. No, what we do is we sort of spread beasts all over the place and then just sort of lay waste to everyone around it. So, um, yeah, and the problem and it's a slow power, so that's where I messed up at because I thought it was fast. Like I skimmed through it and I was like, oh, I know Encircle, whatever, blah 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 blah, one range Encircle, yada yada yada. And then I was like 20 minutes into it, and I was like, wait, this is a slow power. What am I even doing? So yeah, that was fun. So here is let's start. So sadly with board G, right? We already have a beast that starts in this island, and we start with this beast token in the island. So I'm already very sad about this because our goal is to spread beast tokens everywhere, and it's pretty hard to do when when your starting board just puts you in the same island with your beast token. So we're going there. Our first explore is into the Wetty Wets, so that makes me even much more sadder. And yep, all right, now to figure out what we gotta do here. So we are going to look for some miners. Let's see what we get. I would prefer things that have plant beasts. Um, Sear Anger into the Wildlands could be really good for us. It's a 0 cost and it throws down the Badlands. So that could be really good for us. Flesh Rot Fever is a fire. Maybe Flesh Rot Fever, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Because if we get certain events, I could forget it to, um, and I'm looking at you, that water event. If we forget it, mm, maybe Flesh Rot. Because it has good elements. And there is that one event where if you pay for water, you can add a presence to a land that you have the Han in. So this has a lot of uses. It's also not a doesn't require a sacred site, so we can throw disease tokens into our jungle and sands, which is really good against England, and we generate fear. So I feel like this is a winning card. Yeah, this is free, but I think we're gonna go with Flesh Rot. I think Flesh Rot is just what we do here. And now we're gonna go for the good old top track, and we're gonna start off in the jungle. Um, Destroy bag, spirit marker, and we need to start off strong. So we want to do prey on builders. No, we don't. We don't want to do that right now. I think we want to do teeth gleams and we want to do terrifying chase. And the reason we want to do these two is because we're going to put a beast token into here and we're going to push this stuff out to another land. We're also going to replace this for another beast token. So I think that will be just fine. And this is going to let me do 2 damage, so I'm also really happy about that. Sadly, if this wasn't England, but or Habsburg, but like other adversaries, 2 damage is enough to kill some towns. You know what I mean? So it is enough to put us ahead of the curve. All right. So let's see what we get to over here. We are in our fast phase. We are gonna go to adversary event. Nothing happens. They're gonna build in the wetlands, and then they're going to explore into the sands. See, now this, yeah, all right, all right. And now it's time for our slow stuff. So we're gonna add a fear. We're gonna throw down a beast token. And next up, we will choose encircle. We're gonna gather a beast token into here, dealing 1 damage. And we do have a bunch of beast tokens around, so we're not too worried about that. And then we need to do Terrifying Chase somewhere. And here's the thing. I really don't want to push them into the jungle, but I don't really have a choice because this is going to be an explorer town. Um, this is going to blight. We're just going to let that blight happen. So I think I don't want to push this here though. Where do I push? You know what? We're just going to push this here. All right. There's a reason why. Um, and we did push 2 invaders, so we gain 2 fear. And we do that, and then there's that. Now here's the reason I did that. Um, it's sort of a bad decision, but basically put, I need to get rid of that mountains, and I'm trying to create like a pocket. And if I push these guys here, then even if I get rid of this mountain, we're still gonna be stuck. But if I push this guy out here, and then all I gotta do is get rid of this town, we should be good because if they do jungles, we're good. If they do mountains, we're ish. We're ish. All right. So I think that's all right. So that's gonna be it for this turn. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna put our next presence over there. Let's see. We could do prey on builders here and then do. All right, let's gain a miner and see what we get. Um, all right, here's the thing. I have 2 really good choices. I'm not even looking at spur on with words or sunsets. I'm really looking at Here There Be Monsters and Teeming Rivers. All right, Teeming Rivers is going to help us get rid of Blight and add beast tokens. Here There Be Monsters is basically going to generate us 3 fear. You know what? I'm going to go with Here There Be Monsters. All right. Reason being, Here There Be Monsters is free, and that 3 fear is really strong because we need to sort of stop that from doing stuff. So I think what we do is we could do flesh rot. I think we do this. We do that, and then we do this. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna gather a beast token into there, and we're gonna deal 2 damage in that land. Or I'm sorry, we're gonna gather a beast into here, and we're going to. No, I'm gonna have to. What to do? What to do? Right. You know what? All right. So here's the thing. We're gonna take the blight here. we're gonna take the blight here, but we're gonna stop this from building. I think that'd be way safer. And then we're gonna do flesh rot fever. And if we get jungles, this is gonna be great because then we just throw it in one of these two and we stop that from building. If we get mountains, it does suck, but that means I can put a disease token in this land and we will be good. And then we get to do 2 damage to something. So I think that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna do prey on builders. And we're gonna do that there. And then let's see, what is our event? Let the species bloom. Well, clearly we gotta do the bottom one. We have to do it. Alright, that means I'm gonna have to reclaim earlier than I thought, but that's perfectly okay. Um, oh, I gotta forget something though if I want that. Because we broke. I really don't want to forget Here There Be Monsters. That's 3 fears so good. I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to forget that. What do we do top? What do we do top? We can always get this back. You know what? We're just gonna do the top one. So let's see what we get. It is not a fast, so we don't lose. We don't add a blight. And then we return this card. So we know that card is coming up. That's great news for us. Let's see. On half the boards, add 1 disease to a land with Dahan and invaders. Alright, so we will not take the blight here because we're going to add a disease token there. We do 2 damage. Sadly, we lose the Dahan, but we stop this from being real annoying. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among all its lands gains 1 energy. Alright, great. And then we return this to deck. And then they're going to ravage into wetlands. They're going to build in the sands. And then they're going to explore into the jungles. Yes. Alright, that's where I wanted them to be. Neat. Alright. And then we do our slow power. So we will use our encircle ability to gather a beast token there. So these guys won't build. And then we're gonna do flesh rot fever and we're gonna generate 1 fear and we're gonna put a disease token there. And that will stop that from being an absolute pain. Oh no, but this is still gonna build. Right. Okay, and I need to generate a fear somewhere. So we are not looking good, champ. Because they're gonna double build, and then this is still gonna build. But we do have Here There Be Monsters. So if that's the case, then we won't do the gather. We'll leave the explorer there because they're gonna build anyway. So there will be a town here and a town here. So this will build. But we have Dahan here, so I'd rather them build there and then maybe the Dahan counterattack. So if that's the case, I'm going to gather a beast token into here and we're going to start spreading the beast. Now we do get to deal 2 damage, so we're just going to kill these 2 explorers. And that's fine. And then I think we do time passes. Alright. So we know that's coming up in another turn, so I could do 2 energy. No, I think, here's the thing. Let's see what we get. Let's grab a miner and see where we are stuck at. Alright. Ooh, oh, why did they give me these all at once? Oh, this is crazy. I don't want the defense. I'm not even gonna lie to you there. I don't even care. Alright, so we have Swarming Wasp, which is gonna let us throw even more beast tokens around, right? And then we have hazards. Now hazards, I can copy tokens, which is also really good, and it's also a bunch of different elements. This one only targets lands that aren't, I think we're actually going to go with hazards. But the thing is, I won't be able to play hazards until next turn. Yeah, so I think we go for hazards. Because we just need beast tokens all over the world, pretty much. Alright, so if that's the case, we need a sacred site. So we're going to make our sacred site here. And then we're going to do that. We're going to gain 1 energy. And then we're going to do this. Alright. So we don't have to worry about sand ravages. And we should be good. Alright, but so everything is slow for us. So invader phase, bam, what happens? 1 fear per power card in play that generates fear. Ooh, 2 fear, baby. Alright, now we are good. Because now they won't double build. So I'm very happy with that. Yep. And then 1 damage in a land with Badlands Beast. 1 damage to Han in a land with Badlands Beast and Han. Hmm. Where could I do this? I think we do this here. If we do this here, we can kill a town. So I'm okay with that. On each board with towns and cities and 5 or fewer Dahan. Yep. Add destroy 1 presence. Alright, whatever. That makes me sad. Alright, fear card. Defend 3 in all coastal lands. I was never even worried. So they build in the wetlands. And then they ravage in the sands. They build in the jungles. And then they're going to explore into the coast. Alright. Alright, that's perfectly okay. Now, what do we do here? No, I actually need to destroy this presence because we can actually use here to be monsters in this land. So we know the coasts are here. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna generate 2 fear, push this guy out, because who cares? We're gonna do 2 near the jungle. So we're just gonna kill that guy and generate a fear. And then we're gonna deal another 2 damage. We may gather. We're gonna target this land and we're gonna deal 1 damage. And then because we have 2 beast tokens, we're gonna deal 3 damage, knocking that one out. And then we do time passes. And this is sort of the we are screwed land. So we're gonna go for the reclaim. We lose an energy, and we're gonna gain another miner. We're looking for some really good choices. 9 root bitters is fine. Um, I really, honestly, I'm looking for a lot of zero cost cards because I'm trying to. What's the word I'm looking for here? Actually, no, we're gonna get Elemental Boom. All right, I'm trying to get a lot of cheap cards because I don't want to get into majors yet. We're gonna have to go into majors though. So we lose that, but we will get to go to 3 card plays, and we get to make our next sacred site. And so, let's see what we do here. We can do prey on builders. That's gonna stop this from doing a whole bunch of nonsense because that's gonna build, and then they're gonna build again because of the escalation. Um, we can also do hazards, and then we can do here. There be monsters. Yeah. No. Now, what do I need to hit? Oh, I need a beast token. Okay, so we need something like that. Yeah. Yes. All right. Neat. So do I need? I don't need a sacred site then. So if that's the case, if I don't need a sacred site, I am putting this beast token over here. Now here's the thing. The reason I am doing this, right? I'm separating like this is because this is presence that's destroyed by their effects, and this is presence that I'm replacing. Presence that I'm replacing can't be brought back onto the board as Sharp Fangs. That's why we're like, oh, what are you doing? We also have a lot of things that we could do. All right, so we've got things going good for us right now. Fast phase, we don't need to gather. We know we are not building in this land, which is great news for us. So that stops that. We got our fear card, and I think we're good to go. 3. All right. Is this a? Oh, yeah. In each, no, we're in safe shoot. In a single land with the most invaders, push one explorer town to each adjacent land. Well, ain't this about a pain? What do I even do here? Well, the single. Oh, oh, come on, come on. Why would you do me like this? Oh no, we only have to push towns and explorers, right? Yes. So we push you here, and we push you here. And then each beast generates one fear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, another fear card. That's actually kind of funny. This was actually a good choice to push us here. I know I'm getting a city, but maybe I should. No, you know what? This is fine. And the reason this is fine is because I feel like this is like the biggest kill zone I have. This land over here, I'm going to be able to do like 7 damage in because it's going to be surrounded by beast tokens. So I think that's fine over there. And then push Chudahan from a land with blight to a land without blight. Don't have any. Alright, first fear card. In each land with towns, destroy one explorer per town. Sad face. And then each player removes one town explorer from a land with 2 or more Dahan. Alright. And then they're gonna build in the sands. Ooh, that's fine. We knew what was gonna go down. They're going to ravage in the jungles. They're going to build in the coastal lands. They don't build here. And then they're going to build in that mountains. And then they're going to explore. I hope it's not sands. Sands, fudge. Then they're going to explore into sands. And we're going to escalate, but we're going to choose to escalate into this land. So that's going to be just fine for now. All right. What do I do here? Oh, see, these are sort of our weaker lands because these lands aren't surrounded by beast tokens, so we're in a pretty bad position here. Because I really don't have a way to stop that from doing stupid things. I wish I did, but I don't. So, what do we do here? Well, first off, we're going to add a beast token here and generate a fear. Bam. Next, we're going to use our encircle. We're going to target this land. We're going to gather a beast token into an adjacent land, and we're going to deal 1 damage. This is this has about 2 tokens, I would say, around it, so we get to deal another damage. And for each adjacent land with beast, 1 damage. Oh, actually, I should put this over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hmm. And then we have here there be monsters. So I guess we target. We're gonna target this land. We're gonna push 1 town, and we're gonna generate 3 fear as well, giving us terror level 2. And then we actually have. I actually forgot we have our right innate. So we're gonna generate a fear, and we're gonna deal 2 damage and remove this token. So that clears up that land. So we don't have to worry about that. And it is now these 2 lands that I am very, very confused as to what I want to do about. Um, but yeah, that was a good turn, I think. All right, so we're gonna do time passes. Oh, all right. So we know the moon element is coming up now. Why is this in a discard pile? Yeah, who knows. So what do we do here? We know that moon thing is coming up. So let's gain a minor. Oh, neat. I immediately have something. All right. So since I have that, we're actually going to go to 2 energy. And the reason we're going to go to 2 energy is because I'm a bad, bad boy. No. The reason we're going to 2 energy is because I need more energy to play more cards to do more crazy things. So now Normally, I would go for the reclaim all, but I'd much rather take the energy. Because we need to just keep hitting this part. Oh no, I'm going to need that. Never mind, I lied. I'm very sad because we need to do prey on builders here. We're going to clean that land up, and then I need to figure out what I'm doing for this. Well, we could do... Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing for that. Um, for this one, I'm sort of praying something happens. I don't know what to tell you there. Well, hold up. We can do Razor Sharp. We'll lose a Dahan, but we defend two. Oh no, we can't do that. That's stupid. Why would we do that? Um, so we just get ready to go to Blighted Island if that's the case. So since that is the case, let's throw this all like this. Again, I want to do hazards. I don't think I will though. I think probably because we need to fear bomb them. All right, like see the problem with England is that if you sit here too long, you risk losing the game. So we need to generate fear almost every turn while still trying to be a solid attacker. Oh, I did gain a miner, so let me gain my one energy, and then we're gonna pay and do that. And then we're gonna see where we go to. So, because if we get to 4 card plays, even 5 card plays. All right, so we're gonna do prey on builders, and we're gonna target this land because I think we're gonna try to kill this land. That is the goal. We're probably gonna do terrifying chase in here. Yeah, we're gonna have to see how everything goes pretty much. So we knew this was coming. So we discard Razor Sharp, and we discard Elemental Boon maybe. Yep, let's just discard Elemental Boon. I don't want to pay no energy. So we will generate 1 fear per player. Add a beast to a land with towns and cities. So we're going to add that over here, actually. I have a plan. And then we're going to add 1 disease to a land with both invaders and Dahan. So you're probably all going to die anyway. Alright, whatever. We're just going to add that there. And then we gain 1 energy. So there's that. Um, and then we do our fear cards. We're on Terror Level 2. Each player adds 1 strife in a land with Beast, Disease the Han. Invaders have -1 health. Ooh. I'm sorry, I forgot to kill you. Right? I could do this here. Here's the thing. This is already going to blight. What if I do this here and then we pray that this beast does something? Mmm. Whatever. We'll give it a shot. If it works, it works. Each player adds 1 strife to a town or adds 1 strife in the land with blight. See, man, I'm just gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Shouldn't have listened to me. I shouldn't have listened to me. All right, so they're gonna ravage in the jungles. I mean, they're gonna build in the jungles. Then they're gonna ravage in the coastal lands. So that happens. Um, this happens, and then they're gonna build in the sand. So we get that. They don't build there. And then we're going to explore into the mountains. And because we have our escalation, we are going to choose to escalate here because there's a lot of lands that have 2 buildings. And they can't build there for this turn, so that's good. So we are in no risk of losing the game by what's the word I'm looking for here? Like we're not going to lose the game by their loss condition because we're doing a good job trying to keep these buildings down. We just need to figure out what's going to go on here. So we're going to gain 1 fear, destroy that explorer. There is Terrifying Chase. So we can push these two out. I don't know if I want to do that yet. So we're going to hold on and see what we do. So we're actually going to do Encircle. We're going to target this land. We're going to gather one beast. And we're going to deal one damage. Then we're going to deal another damage. Um, did I not play that card? No, I'm crazy. Okay, whatever. Um, and then we're going to deal damage for each surrounding beast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3. And that's going to kill everything here, which is great news for us. So actually, I should gather this into there. And then we use Terrifying Chase. And we push this guy into here. And the reason, well, we push this out like this. And the reason we're doing this is because then they're going to get a town there, but I can deal with a town. I can't deal with them doing something else that's stupid. So we're going to generate 2 fear, getting our next fear card. And I think we are good. Oh no, wait, I got a 2 damage somewhere. 1 fear, 2 damage. I'm hold up. What if I remove you and then deal a 2 damage there and then all they got is a town? Alright, I'm satisfied with that. I forgot I actually had that. So we do our 2 damage, we generate another fear. Yeah. This is actually going much better. So we are, unless something beautiful happens here, we're definitely taking a Black Cascade, and there is nothing I can do about that. So we're just going to add another beast token there. Like, this needs to be kill 2 explorers and defend 6 in all coastal lands for me to be really happy. Where do I put this at? Alright. So if that's the case, we do that. Let's gain a minor and see what happens. Oh, neat. Alright. Rain of Blood. Say less. So what do we need now? We could, hold up, we could pick up Prey on Builders. And then, because with Prey on Builders, we can stop that from building, and then we just have to focus dealing with this crap. So I think that's it, actually. Yep. So we do that, we gain, we pay, and we are in a phenomenal position because we're going to generate a ton of fear. Ton of fear, pretty much. All right, so we're going to add a beast token here. Oh, good. I was so scared. I was like, no, I don't have a sacred site, but I do have a presence here, so we're good. We're gonna take the Black Cascade. So actually, we're gonna put that beast token here. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna activate Prey on Builders, and again, that plus range 1 targeting is really helpful. So we did that. We did that, and now all we have is this, and we have those. So we can actually probably kill whatever is in that town. So our mountains are gonna be safe next turn. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think we can cry later. Cause this is gonna make me very sad. We will take a Blight Cascade, but if it's wetlands, I've got answers next turn. Yeah, everything's good. Nothing is on fire. Alright, invader phase. What do you got? Um I'm doing oh no, no. Oh, come on. Why? Because they're gonna get a city there, and then I'm gonna be really sad. Mm. Oh yeah, there's nothing I can do about this. All right, you know what we're gonna try? I don't want to do this. We're gonna try fortify resilience to life. Now we already have 4 beasts, so it's basically free. So we remove a disease token. We're gonna add a beast token. So we're gonna add a beast token here, and then we're gonna remove the top minor power. If it's slow, we remove 1 blight. So this could help us. Please be slow. Please be slow. Oof. I don't want to open my eyes yet. Ah, fudge. All right. So, it's not slope, so we're still gonna see that Blight Cascade. And then we do. So we lost our disease. We're getting a city, and everyone has +1 HP this turn. This was a terrible deal. But we would have got another Blight. So, on each board with 4 or more towns and cities and 4 or fewer Dahan, add 1 Blight to a land without Dahan. Holy crap, I do only have 4. Shoot. Alright. Well, now that makes me sad. We are so not dealing with that. Now, here's the thing. I absolutely hate all things weekend. Alright. With all of my heart. I think it is a terrible, I think it's a terrible card. I don't like it for any. No, undo. Gosh, undo. Hold up. I don't like blight. I don't like this card for any reason. So we're just gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna see what our next blight card would be, and that is immediately on each board destroy one presence and remove 1 town. All right, and this is 3 per player, so we are good. This is our new one. All right. So we destroy a presence, and then we remove a town. All right. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan, 1 damage per Dahan there. Yeah, I guess. Oh, doesn't really matter to me. They're gonna build in the coastal lands. Oh, this is terrible. So I was still gonna get that city anyway, and then they're gonna ravage in the sands. Yes, there is. Yeah. And we get 1 more blight, and then they're gonna build in the cities, and then they're gonna explore into the wetlands with escalation, and our escalation is over here. All right. Painful, yes, but I think we are good. All right, so we can't do Rain of Blood. So we actually have to get rid of that presence because we actually need our Sacred Site. So we're gonna target this land, and we're gonna generate 3 fear, and then we do 1 fear, and we're gonna put a disease token over here, I guess. Disease token, disease token. And then we're going to do our lovely encircle. So we're going to gather, deal a damage, deal a damage, deal 2 more damage, knocking you out, giving us 2 fear cards. Neat. That's still not enough to do that, but whatever. I think we're good. So we're actually not going to do that part, and we're going to hope something comes right for us, honestly. Because I truly don't. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna have to reclaim. We have to reclaim anyway. I actually like where we're at, so we're gonna try to gain a major and see. Okay, I can do something with this. I can do something with this. But this is gonna get us another turn, so we're actually gonna pick this. We don't need to grow, so because I actually want to do that now. So we're gonna use our ability to gain 3 energy. Because right now I like where we are at. So we need to play this. We need to play this. Probably targeting this land. We need to play this. We're at 4. And then we play Here There Be Monsters. So this won't let me repeat it, but this will put me really far ahead. Um, yes. All right, we'll go like this. We may gather, so we're gonna do this over here. Bam. We're gonna generate one fear. We're gonna defend 6 here, and we will change that into explorer. Now I will lie. Maybe if I got a major earlier, you know what I mean. Things would have gotten much better. Things wouldn't have gotten this far. Maybe though. But we will be generating like 6 fear. So I think we're just going for majors now. We have a bunch of good zero costs. So yeah, I think we see where we go to from here. So invader phase, we did that. Explore. Um, we honestly don't care if Dahan participate in Ravage. So we're just gonna choose ignore their interest. We're gonna push one disease to the adjacent land with the most invaders. So you go over here. And then our fear card is removes one town explorer from a lane with 2 or fewer invaders. Don't mind if I do. Lands with the Han have extra defense. Don't care. All right. So they're going to build in the sands. That is very scary. And then they're going to ravage in the mountains, and we are good. They're going to build in the wetlands. And then they're going to explore into the sands and mountains. This, kids, is how you lose the game. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, what are we doing here? So we're gonna do Rain of Blood. It doesn't matter which land. We're just gonna target that one, and we're just gonna generate 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna do Here There Be Monsters. We're gonna target this 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to push this Explorer into this. Yeah. And then we have Encircle. We do have Encircle. I just don't have that high level Encircle. So, but do I have? I do have that. All right. So let's do a gather. 1, 2. And then we remove a beast token, generate a fear, deal another damage. And that's all she wrote for that one. Alright. So um am I going 5 card plays? No, we're actually going over here. We're going over the moon, baby. So we know mountains, wetlands are gonna ravage. I could stop that. There's a few things I can do. We're just gonna choose not to. Well, we could actually play Razor Sharp. I mean, honestly, I've killed so many of my Hana at this point, it doesn't even really matter. So we need Here There Be Monsters. And then what? We need that. 4? Do we go like this? Yep, we go like that. And then next turn, we go for another major. We go for another reclaim. We go for another reclaim major and another 3 energy to see if we have some options for this BS. Yep, so we're going to destroy 1 explorer, destroy 1 Dahan, add a wilds, and then defend 2 there. And even if they do 1 more damage, we don't care. Alright, event. Show me what you got. Um, oof. Culture. No, wait. Choose a land with the Han in towns and cities. Invaders do 3 damage to the Han there, ignoring defend powers. Man, fudge y'all. Alright, y'all can go. Y'all can miss me with that. Each beast deals 2 damage. Remove any token that destroys town cities. Well, y'all ain't destroying nothing. I wish I was. Choose a land with at least 2 Dahan and at least 2 towns and cities. Oh, I don't have any because y'all killed them all. Alright, level 3. Each player may push any number of explorers' towns from one land. I would love to push all of this stuff out, but I can't. So what do? Do we just go here? I think we just push... We're just going to push all you guys out, so I don't have to worry about you. Sound good? Sound good. Alright, so they're going to build in the mountains. Whoops, should be towns. Ravage in the wetlands. Build in the sands and mountains. Explore into the sands and wetlands. This. Oh, the sands and wetlands, yo. Oof. All right. Now either we win this turn or we lose. So we need to generate so much fear that we can like shoot bricks at our booty. So we're just gonna push you guys. We're gonna push 2 towns over here. That's gonna generate us 2 fear. We're gonna do 2 near the jungle. That's gonna generate us another fear. We're gonna generate 3 fear. Um, Pushing this town out. Doesn't matter where you go. And then we do. Oh, I don't have a fire. That's why. Drats. Because if I did hazards. Hold up. Hold up. Let's go back 1 fear. Right. This 1 fear. Yep. If I did hazards, right, I should have did hazards over here because we can target that land. Because then the no, but I wouldn't be able to do that. That's why we did that. All right, game, you got me. You got me. So we need to gather beast. They built there. They built there. What would be? We can do 1, 2. That kills a city. Yeah, so if we're not gonna do that anyway, if we're not gonna get in circle of work anyway, then we're better off just doing it like this. Because then circle wouldn't be able to work. So if we can't do it, we can't do that either, huh? Alright, alright, alright. I tried, I tried. Um, yeah. Then we just do time passes. Alright, so we will not go quietly into the night. I don't even know what I do here. Alright. So we need 1, and we need a fast major. Mm, I'm I'm so sure we have that. This could win us the game. Could win us the game. I think we do this. We are just so out of luck here that we gotta do something to win us the game. And then we gain 3, and then we gain so 5, 6, 7. So we can't play that. What can we play that would? We can play that. Because we need to hit fire. We need a fire earth. So we do elemental boon, and then we do fire earth beast, and then we do this. Now I will not lie to you, these events have been messing me up. So I think this is what we gotta do here. We're just praying that something comes along and buys us a turn. So we're gonna add a beast token here. We're gonna do hazards. We're gonna add 1 presence. It says that up to 2, right? Adds 2. Nope. So we got to add 2 of our destroyed presence. We deal 2 damage to each town building. What I wouldn't give for this to be like a big land again. And then if any presence was added, we deal 4 damage. So we get to knock all these guys out. Bam, bam. Prey on builders. I don't even know where we. Do 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 do. I think we just prey on builders here. It's all good. We did that. We did that. And now we are praying. We're praying really hard, guys. Because we have 3 level 3 fear cards. And we just need to protect 4 lands. Easy, right? Um, every 2 fear cards in the invader pile, invaders do +1 damage. I don't care. They were gonna win anyway. Add 1 beast to a land adjacent to beast, then destroy 1 Dahan in a land with beast. Doesn't matter. When invaders ravage, if the land has presence and Dahan, defend 5. Doesn't matter. Alright, we tried. Each player adds 1 strife in a land or adjacent to beast. Invaders skip all normal actions and lands with beast. Yeah, boy. Oh my god. Oof. Woo-wee. Oh, shoot. Oh, we got this one in the bag, boys. Oh, we got this one in the bag. Oh. We are the champ. Are we the champions, though? Are we, though? Are we really? Doesn't even matter. All right. So they're skipping all their actions. Each player removes 1 town explorer from a land with presence, or removes 1 land from beasts. Ooh. Which is again doesn't really matter too much. Each player removes 1 invader from a land matching a ravage card. All right. They will not build in the wetlands. See, now here's the thing, right? I'm not sure if skip all normal actions. So this should be considered a normal action. So this fear card should let me skip that. Maybe it won't, but I believe it should. And then we are Sands, building the Sands Mountain, don't matter. Ravage in the Sands wetlands, don't matter. We just explore. And we explore nowhere. So what do I even do here? I mean, we can't just do this. Shoot, now I wish I had like a fear card or something that I played. Because I could pull something out my behind. All right. All right, I guess that's it. We survived the turn. And we just have to generate 4 fear. And nothing we have that's fast will generate us 4 fear. So we're gonna need another major. There is a major that could help us. Um, that's not what I was looking for, but um, nope. This is it. This is gonna have to be what's it. This is gonna have to do. Um, we're gonna gain 1. We're gonna forget you. We're gonna, because we're using this one. We're not reclaiming. We're gonna gain 3 energy. We're gonna gain 4. We're gonna reclaim elemental boon. So I just need a sun. So we should be able to do this. And then we do sun, moon, per sun I have. I don't have a lot of those. So what could I do here? This is going to get me 3 fear. That's not going to do what I need. This is going to deal 3 damage. Hold on. This will deal 3 damage. Oh, so I think we win right here. All right. I think we win right here. So we pay. We do this. Bam. Elemental boon gives us our stuff. We do trees radiate. We pick this land. We defend what, 6? Again, part doesn't matter. We generate 3 fear, and then we deal 1 damage per sun we have. We have 3 suns. We destroy our final town, and we win. Holy crud, was that a fight? That was something else. Oof. Holy crap, I just beat England 6. Yeah, oh, that was going. I will not lie, the events made this very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. All right. Like, I almost, yeah, no. Oof. There was a lot of twists and turns here. All right. Even I lost faith. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can win this, but and I know it says I did the defeat, but I just switched the fear card out. I don't like All Things Weekend. I think it's an absolute trash card, and it should never be played with. Especially because of like how it destroys Encircle. Because if they blight, then they destroy all presence of beasts in that land and one presence in adjacent land. That's just I ain't got that to do. All right, like All Things Weekend is a card where you want to play um where you sh- eh, I don't play it. I don't like it. Even when I see it, I still don't see a reason why I should like it. So, yeah. Yeah, that would really get one. This isn't locked. Let me let me take you away. Oh, there we go. Let me just fix that up. It won't even let me move. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm like, shoot, let me move this already. There we go. There we go. All right, now we can show game results. There we go. I feel happy. But we truly we only won because of that one fear card. All right, if it wasn't because of that fear card, we were gonna lose. We were gonna lose so hard. It doesn't even matter. Holy crap! But I'm just basking in the afterglow. Don't mind me. I don't. Fine. Here's the thing, right? I don't know how I feel about Encircle yet, because there is a world in which I do this. You know what I mean? And I can still hit all of this. So I don't know. I think next time what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go up to three. I'm gonna go up to here like I normally do, but then we're just gonna go to like three energy. Maybe we can get to four to go for more majors. I know I'm gonna have to give Encircle another try. Did I break any rules? I don't think I broke any rules, honestly. I think everything went fine. Um, again, the events were killer events. Oh my god, like I hate these events. Oh, like oh, and we got bad pulls. Ugh. It's just such a here's the game, right? Here's the thing. This is just such an interesting like up and down where you just like you just got to keep playing. Like I would listen, I was giving up like two turns ago, but I'm still like, all right, what are the best moves I can do here? What are the best moves? Did I replay a move or two? Yeah, but that's okay. All right, it just won. It's okay. I initially chose that move anyway, so we're fine. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you all liked it, understand. I don't know. All right, just hit me up with that like and subscribe if you got this far. All right. If you haven't though, it's all good. I'm gonna make one video that you'll like one day. All right. But until then, I will catch you all in the next one. Later.